NFTs, aka non-fungible tokens, are something that has gotten a lot of chatter out of people in the cryptocurrency world. When they popped up, no one really knew what to make of them. They were digital art, and yet they were also a kind of currency, and they were making a certain people a lot of money. So much so that now everyone is trying to get in on it, from making NFTs, to selling them, to making a marketplace for them, and so on. But according to one man, that might not be so wise. Allow us to show you how 90% of NFTs will be worthless in 3 to 5 years. Coinbase co-founder warns. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. The prediction. Non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, have taken the art market and its many adjacent industries by storm this year. And its extremely volatile trading activities make it still too early to say how it's going to play out. But according to one of the earliest purveyors of cryptocurrencies, the vast majority of NFTs in the market today will be worthless in just a few years. In an interview on Bloomberg TV this week, Coinbase co-founder Fred Ursum drew parallels between the rise of cryptocurrencies and the dot-com boom of the 1990s. I go so far as to say that 90% of NFTs produced, they probably will have little to no value in 3 to 5 years, Ursum said. You could say the same thing about early internet companies in the late 90s. To him, NFTs are no different than any other crypto project born out of the hype overnight. People are going to try all sorts of things. There will be millions and millions of cryptocurrencies and crypto assets, just like there were millions and millions of websites. Most of them won't work, Ursum explained. Ursum began trading Bitcoin around 2010 while working as a foreign exchange trader at Goldman Sachs. He left the investment bank to co-found the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase with Brian Armstrong in 2012. Ursum parted ways with Armstrong in 2017 and launched Paradigm, a blockchain investment firm, in 2018. Coinbase went public earlier this year at a colossal valuation of $100 billion. Its market cap has since shrunk by half as crypto trading cools down amid global regulatory pressure and celebrity-induced sell-off, among other factors. Short-term fluctuation aside, Ursum believes that cryptocurrency is truly the next internet-sized opportunity for the United States. The world doesn't change overnight, but you can see the seeds of exponential growth occurring already, he said in the Bloomberg interview. I do think we will live in a future where, for us to coordinate, we won't need these centralized platforms today. That's already true of financial services in that you can be your own bank. You don't need a central institution to hold your money anymore. So that right there is a very curious thing, because on one hand, the man is saying that NFTs are going to die out and be worthless after a while. And yet, the cryptocurrency market is one he's interested in as a whole. No doubt because of his own company, but we'll let that go. But let's take a look at what his words connect to in terms of how things have been shifting lately. Rise and fall of fads. Here's the thing. When cryptocurrencies were first revealed to the world via Bitcoin and others, no one really knew what to make of them. And given the long-rooted love for centralized money holding, it didn't take off at first. And when it did eventually take off, it was only a select few people that were honestly getting rich off of them. If you think about it, it honestly wasn't until recent years like 2019, 2020, and of course this year, that things really started to take off in a meaningful way. Think about it. Bitcoin in the early parts of this year was at like all-time highs. And then other ones like Ethereum, which helped launch the NFT market, rose with it. And even joke coins like Dogecoin were going and getting lots of attention. What's more, companies like Amazon, PayPal, and for a time Tesla were getting in on the action themselves in order to try and capitalize on everything crypto. And now companies like Fox and Binance are trying to get into the NFT marketplace arena. The problem, though, is that while the buzz has been great, the catches, if you will, have been all too clear. Because in May, things were looking up for cryptocurrency as a whole. And then in June, the prices tanked, and suddenly things started to look grim for crypto as a whole. What's more, over the course of a week in May, NFT values went from being over 100 million to not even being worth 10. So yeah, it's a curious thing. And that's why many experts have been trying to warn caution across all cryptocurrency. Expert analysis. Given the falls of Bitcoin and Dogecoin as a whole, there are a lot of questions about whether this was a truly foreseen thing or something that was much more in line with a random occurrence. According to financial experts, this was indeed predictable. Iqbal Gandham, vice president of transactions at Ledger, said that a pullback in crypto was inevitable, given the run-up. Any asset class which sees a meteoric rise in the same way as we have seen in crypto is expected to correct, he wrote. He said that China's intensified crackdown on crypto, including bans on mining and trading, has only amplified the downside. That said, he believes that the underlying fundamentals of the crypto asset world have not changed. Sean Rooney, head of research at crypto asset manager Valkyrie Investments, said that the ban on crypto activities in the People's Republic has forced mining operations to shift to the other areas outside of China, which was one of the most active areas of Bitcoin mining, and that may take a while to resolve itself. Recent regulations in China have forced many Bitcoin miners to pack up and look for alternate locations, he wrote. He says that the decline in crypto could be lengthy and pronounced. The drop from a high of almost $65,000 is now down well over 50%, signaling that Bitcoin traders could find themselves in choppy waters for weeks to come, Rooney wrote. Nick Mancini, research analyst at crypto sentiment analytics provider Trade the Chain, said that at least part of the decline in prices for Bitcoin is due to mining operations being forced to sell their stock of Bitcoin to offset the cost of closures. The market is currently being inundated with supply as Chinese miners have been selling their crypto to cover the cost of shuttering operations, he explained. This is having a negative impact on all prices, with altcoins being the most impacted, the analysis said. Mancini said that savvy investors may want to watch Bitcoin for increased order book interest in the $20,000 range, suggesting that it could fall to that level, signaling a possible reversal is at hand. However, to be sure, there is no one-size-fits-all model for investing in crypto, and buying is dependent on investors' tolerance to losses and their long-term perspective, strategists note. Nicholas Cawley at DailyFX wrote that these downturns aren't uncommon in crypto, but said that recent investors may be more inclined to hold on for an uptrend given the recent crypto price collapse. We have seen these moves before and will likely see them again. If you believe in cryptos and are a holder, your exit strategy has just been pushed further into the distance, he wrote. Are NFTs doomed? That is a question that is far more interesting than you would think, mainly because it's something that can't immediately be predicted due to the fact that the NFT market honestly did come out of nowhere to make people pay attention to it. The problem that this market does honestly have, though, is the fact that it's something that is based on people wanting the digital art in its very specific NFT form. If that fad dies out, then yeah, the NFT market is doomed. And that's why it's been seeing a decline as of late in many people's eyes. Because it's a fad, and that fad, like many before it, will fade out. Cryptocurrency is different because it's an actual currency that you can go and trade and build up and hold and such. But NFTs are a bit more one note, so the fate of its market is still very much up in the air. So, what do you think? What do you think of this look at the NFT market and whether things really are set for destruction in 3 to 5 years? Do you think that this is indeed what is going to happen? Do you think that there are certain things that will keep the NFT market and the cryptocurrency market as a whole on the up and up? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.